Under the Carolina night sky, two programs synonymous with success are set to square off for the first time since 2023. Undefeated and 19th ranked Duke welcomes a Syracuse squad who's in search of a spark. It's ACC Soccer on ACC Network Extra. Hi everybody, welcome into Koskinen Stadium alongside former Blue Devil Cedric Burke. I'm John Gross. Cedric, for Duke, they've won 9 straight regular season home matches and they're finally back at home.
John, that is the theme of the night for these Blue Devils. It is good to be home. They've had 3 great results on the road with 3 ties. Good to get a point in each of those, but as we know, they're nearly impossible to beat on this home field. So they can't wait to get back to the good times at Koskinen Stadium.
Finally back at home, and they do so against a Syracuse side. Now, one common trend between Duke and the Orange, some attacking struggles. We'll dive into the numbers. Both Syracuse and Duke are bottom 5 in the ACC in goals per match. Syracuse sub 1, Duke about 1.5 goals per match. Duke also is last in the conference in corner kicks per match. So, Cedric, what can Duke and Syracuse do to alleviate some of these attacking struggles?
Well, definitely a deviation from these Blue Devils, who led the country in nearly every offensive statistic last year. Now, some of that can be attributed to injuries with some key players, but both of them are looking to get back on track tonight. Now, some of this is indicative of the parity of the conference in general. There's only been 2 ACC games this season decided by more than 1 goal, so every night is going to be a battle.
Well, if we want to see some attacking success from Duke, these 2 guys might have something to do with it. Let's say ciao to Duke's Italian duo, a couple of transfers, Leonardo D'Ambrosio and Alessandro Arlotti.
The Italian connection, as they affectionately call them, have been a flat-out revelation for these Blue Devils. As you can see, Arlotti leads the team with assists. D'Ambrosio leads the team as co-lead with Kenny Hott with 2 goals. They've both come out on fire from preseason and have led this team this year.
And for Syracuse, grad student goalkeeper Tomas Hutt conceded a season-high 3 goals last match, but besides that, he's been rock solid this year in goal.
He's only conceded 6 goals this season. He's a tenured guy, the former Army transfer, a lot of experience. He will lead this team through the spine of the defense and instill confidence in them this evening.
Just about set for kickoff. 2 proud programs will get things going in a moment here from Durham, North Carolina. Mitchell links up with Brad. Was it knocked off of him? Phillips quickly ahead. Roll through. Garcia and behind. Levi Garcia, yes! Trinidad and Tobago, 1 step closer to advancing in World Cup qualifiers. And it's Levi Garcia. It had to be Levi Garcia. Here's Ugalde, a potent goal scorer, has it knocked away. Alcocer now lets it fly. Denied, headed again, and Phillip has the save. The 40-year-old, 2 stellar stops to keep it 1-0. That's dangerously rolled right to Vold. Popped across towards Bjornsson off the volley. Welcome back over Bjornsson, and Duke leads it 2-0. Tomas Hutt, the 2nd-year starter for the Orange, a captain in his 3rd year for Syracuse. It's been quite the journey for him to get to Syracuse. He was at Army for 2 years before entering the portal. Syracuse actually used up its final goalkeeper scholarship on Jason Smith. Hutt said, you know what, I'm going to join anyway. He joined the program as a walk-on. Now here he is, year 2 as a starter, has carved out a very nice tenure up in New York.
Well, he could be a case study for betting on yourself and confidence in your own abilities.
Emsley centers for McCaskill, who got the party started for Angel City. Emsley cuts back. Emsley with the left! A world-class finish! And it's all Angel City. The visitors flying high at Gotham. So Duke with a 1-0 edge, and Duke has been sensational in the second half of matches. You said it earlier, this has been the trend in recent years. Last couple matches in particular, they've been amazing in the final 45.
This is typically when this Duke team comes alive. They do a good job of spreading the wealth in terms of subs and minutes around in the first half, get a more honed-in lineup in the second half, and this is where they go for it. So from a mentality standpoint, this is when they're going to attack. So I would expect to see a few more goals in the second half.
Last 3 matches for Duke, the Blue Devils trailed at the break. Last 2, we saw those 84th minute and beyond comebacks against Georgetown with 2 goals, 30 seconds apart. Last match, against Cal, 84th minute equalizer. Now it's about protecting the edge in Syracuse, the team that has to rally back.
Yeah, playing with the lead is a different proposition than playing from behind. It's especially a 1-0 lead, as they say, the most little cliche, but the most dangerous lead in soccer. But the one thing I can say about these Blue Devils is the belief, the overall team believe. They have never looked like they're out of a game despite the scoreline, and they truly believe they have the ability to come back. Again, Syracuse, as you mentioned, they have to get one to get this game to even up and continue their momentum as a team.
Final 45 minutes of this ACC showdown, Duke. It's ACC home opener. Both teams searching for conference win number 1. And in the early seconds, it is Jose Ortega with a header on frame. Second shot on goal of the match for Duke. Here's Hott. Ortega dashes inside. Ortega. Goal kick for Tomas Hott.
And Ortega just didn't quite hit that one with the right foot service, but he did a good job getting himself open once again.
Tomas Hott, the second-year starter for the Orange, a captain in his third year for Syracuse. It's been quite the journey for him to get to Syracuse. He was at Army for 2 years before entering the portal. Syracuse actually used up its final goalkeeper scholarship on Jason Smith. Hott said, you know what, I'm going to join anyway. He joined the program as a walk-on. Now here he is, year 2 as a starter, has carved out a very nice tenure up in New York.
Well, he could be a case study for betting on yourself and confidence in your own abilities. He knew where he wanted to play. He knew he had the ability to be a contributor, and he earned it.
7th in the ACC in goals against average. Hasn't been tested too often this season. Syracuse doesn't allow many shots.
And to your point earlier, you take away the 3 goals scored in the Stanford game, he's given up 3 goals all season.
Right. Strong goalkeeping from him. This lifted ahead for Utronucci. Blasted out of the stadium. That's into the trees, and that ball did not come down. I think that ball just got stuck in the tree, Cedric.
There's a couple of gifts out here in the parking lot and trees for the kids who may be looking for stray balls after this match.
If you can climb a tree, you will go home with the soccer ball tonight.
Yes.
Let's see, they're hunting for it.
And we see it right now under close supervision over there.
Beautiful night at Koskinen Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. Utronucci plays it wide, driven in. Demora off the one hop, scoops it.
And even early on, we see more activity from the goalkeepers, both getting involved very early on, a couple of minutes into this match.
And that ball is, it's stuck. I think they're perplexed as to what to do. They need to send somebody up there.
Got more reinforcements coming. I see some little heads running around the corner over there.
Rakaj.
The game within the game, right?
Right. Well, I certainly will not be one to volunteer. I cannot climb trees. So it looks like we have a young fan who is going to give it a go. I hope his parents are over there watching him. This is risky.
Yeah, I think those days have long been gone for me as well, John.
And I think he just gave up on his journey up the tree.
That'll be an interesting sub-storyline for us to watch for the next few minutes.
Perfect night for some soccer here in North Carolina. And now we have about half a dozen young fans. I see, throwing a ball up there, that's a good idea, like a baseball or something.
There's some true teamwork and problem solving occurring on the other side of that fence.
I know normally when somebody catches a ball in a match, they have to give it back. I think whoever gets that ball deserves to keep it.
I think so.
And now they're all being ushered back inside the stadium. So that ball will remain up in the tree. Maybe until the leaves fall in the winter, who knows?
Who knows?
They gave it their best. Round of applause for those young fans.
Valiant effort.
Comes a long toss from Wig. Ortega heads it back into the area. And launched away clear.
It's a good clearance from Hot, but most importantly, they now have a ball over there, throwing the ball up into the tree. So we've got some additional advancements over there.
Well, the question is, will that ball get stuck up there as well?
Could be an expensive night.
Yes.
Those balls are not cheap.
Zambrano got a touch on it. Tornucci leaves it off. Noting. Zambrano. Scott, bit of a heavy touch, dispossessed by Burns. And we just received breaking news. Our fantastic producer, Jamie, just let us know the ball has been retrieved, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a surge right near where the ball was just brought down from the tree.
I was looking at that clearance over there, seeing if it was going to go back up in the tree.
Okay, here we go. Let's break this down. The ball is tossed up, one ball goes up, and two come down. There we go.
The best is the reaction from the fans. That is true appreciation.
That is ingenuity. You use a second ball to get the first ball down.
As you said, as long as the second ball doesn't get stuck, it's a brilliant idea.
Long ball from Noting. Certainly some contact. And a whistle as Zabinko goes down.
And there's been, as we mentioned, quite a bit of contact, as we see from the total of 20 fouls at halftime. But referees are letting them play. This game is most certainly being decided on the pitch.
Well, you'd expect nothing less in an ACC duel. Such a competitive conference. 6 ranked teams in the ACC. Not only 6 ranked teams in the ACC, Cedric, but 6 ranked teams from North Carolina in this week's top 25.
Yeah. 6 ranked teams from North Carolina, and the top 3 teams in the country are from the ACC. Pretty impressive.
Stellar conference in such a soccer state, as it's lofted ahead by Aceto. Hot stays on it. Here's Burns.
See Syracuse playing a higher line this half. Much higher line from Syracuse in terms of confrontation. We see them more spread out than we actually have seen them better part of this season. They are going for it.
New Tornucci. Noting, advantage played. It's New Tornucci. Couldn't bring it in. Noting has it, but first, a handball. So let's take a look at the 6 ranked teams in this great state. And it's not just the ACC squads. I mean, Gardner-Webb ranked for the first time in program history, high point out of the Big South. UNCG's had a very nice run this last decade. There is some serious depth in this state.
Oh, yeah, this is a soccer hotbed. You and I know that from being here. But tremendous players, you know, both produced from the state as well as attending and playing for universities in the state. And a lot of parity between conferences there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big South with a couple of teams, SoCon with UNCG, of course, ACC, you know, year in, year out, going to be amongst the best. Is this as deep as we've ever seen college soccer in the state of North Carolina?
Arguably. I mean, you can look at a few different periods there, but yeah, this is definitely, I'd say, a golden era of soccer in North Carolina.
And here's a look at the ranked ACC teams. Wake Forest, number 1, NC State, number 2, most teams from a single conference. NC State, by the way, entering today at least, hadn't conceded a goal on the season.
They lead the country. They've scored 25.
Right.
25 goal differential, quite impressive. Yeah, I mean, Phillips up top for them is just scoring in bunches. I got quite familiar with him this summer as he was USL 2 National Player of the Year. But State has something good brewing in Raleigh right now.
Yes.
They're playing very good ball.
Hasn't been the most challenging schedule yet, but those tests will come as Kerr bends it in, and it's high-pointed by Tomas Hutt.